welcome to my channel. Thanks so much for tuning in. I am here with Carlie Listina. She is a local photographer here in Phoenix, and she's also an amazing blogger. So today she's going to help me film a couple of great looks. We are going to start with a really soft, pretty, natural glam, which is perfect for dates, photos, just every day. So make sure you guys follow along. I will post Carlie's information so you can follow her and my information below so you can contact us if you need anything. And I hope you enjoy the looks. Alright, so to start, we're going to start with her skincare and prepping her face today. Sarah here is a little bit dry, so we are going to start with Bare Minerals Prime Time Original Foundation Primer. This is going to hydrate her and also help blur out any imperfections that she may have. I'm just going to use my spoon brush here. And as you can see, it instantly starts to blur out any fine lines or wrinkles that she may have and just hide little imperfections and smooth out her skin. So next, my go-to for any imperfections is the Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector. So we're just going to go ahead and put a couple of dabs on her face just to hide any small imperfections that we may have that we don't want to show up on camera. So I'm just going to take my little e.l.f. brush and we're going to go ahead and just put this under the eye. This will hide any dark circles or any color correcting that we need to do. This is a great product. I use this on pretty much all my clients. It takes out redness, it takes out purple, it makes your skin nice and bright looking. So all we're doing is just patting the product on and blending it into her skin. Alright, moving on. So now that her face is prepped and ready for foundation, we are going to use toothpaste Born This Way. Again, it's infused with coconut water. This is really hydrating for her skin, so she won't get any dry patches if that's normal for her. So we're going to start with one pump. Only start with one pump. You don't want to put too much on. We're going to use a Tarte Airbrush Foundation Brush, and we're just going to go ahead and start working that into her skin. So today we're doing full coverage. So I'm using an airbrush foundation brush to give her that really perfect looking skin. And this is great for building up the product. So whatever is left on the back of your hand, we're just going to blend into the neck. Bring it down. Reason being is your neck is always the palest part of your body. I know some people might think it's your face. Sometimes that's different, depending on the person. I find that my neck is always the telltale sign of either a spray tan or tanning outside, different colors. So we're just making sure that that's all blended. So now we're going to do concealer. We're going to be using the Tarte Shape Tape. I love this product because it is vegan. It's very important to some of my clients who are vegetarian or vegan. They really care about animals. These are cruelty-free. And as you can see, that's real high impact color. So it's going to give her a lot of great coverage. She's going to look like she slept for a week. So this is our reverse contouring. We're highlighting areas on her face that we really want to brighten up and bring more attention to. So this is going to help reverse contour your cheekbones, your chin, and your nose. So with a little mini airbrush foundation brush, we're just going to start to blend all of that out. And as you can see, it just melts into her skin, and it's super easy to blend out. So as you can see, I'm taking whatever's left over and I'm blending it onto the lid of her eye. This is also to help diminish any dark circles or any kind of sleep deprivation or anything she might have. And it's going to even out her eye and also prep it for later when we start her eyeshadow. We're going to take our Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. And we are going to take our Beauty Blender Sponge and we're going to go ahead and dip that in there. And we're going to set under her eye. So following where we just highlighted with our concealer, we're going to set all of those areas with the powder. This is really important to prevent creasing and also to give the makeup stay power throughout the photo shoot. So we're just going to take whatever's left over and we're just going to powder down the center of her nose to really make sure that there's no shine. just take whatever's left over across her lips as well. And now she is ready for contour. So today I'm using our Kat Von D Shade Light Contour Palette. I do love this palette because it does have 3 different skin tone ranges. We have our light, our medium, and our dark. This is great for all of my clients. I'm going to take my angled contour brush and I'm going to go ahead and start with the lightest contour color. I'm going to overturn her head. And so now we're going to sweep upward and start carving out her cheekbones. As you can see, she's got really amazing cheekbones, so it's super easy to find. If you need to, you can make fish lips to also help find your guideline. Again, reverse contour by highlighting very gently underneath where we've already contoured. So we're going to follow along that line with the lightest highlight color, and we're going to set that makeup under there. This is great because the powder color is full coverage. And now we're just going to wipe away all the excess powder. And now we're going to powder her cheeks. So I'm going to be using this color Peachy Keen from MAC right here. I like this because it has a slight shimmer to it and it's high impact color. So on the very tops of her cheekbones, we're just going to fill in with a little bit of color. This is a great peachy color, hence the name Peachy Keen, but it works on many different skin tones. And for this, you do need to go a little bit darker in the blush because we are doing a full glam on her today. Now we're going to take just a little bit of highlighter. We're going to be using the Too Faced Candlelight Glow in Rosy Glow. As you can see, it's got a little bit of gold and pinks in there. Just going to warm up her face a little bit. We're just going to apply just a touch to the apples and the tops of her cheeks. So our 3 main points is the tops of our cheeks, down our nose, and right above our cupid's bow. And now we are ready for eyebrows. So we're going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz and Brow Definer in the colors Taupe because she is a blonde. We don't want to use anything that's too red because she's not super red herself. So we want her brows to look really natural. We're going to start by mapping out her brow shape. So as you can see, she's already got a great shape to her, but we're just going to go ahead, brush down her hair, and start to line and map out where we want her brows to be. So now you can see we've lined out the top of her brow and underneath her brow. So what I do typically is I just brush the hair down, line the top, brush the hair up, and line the bottom. And now we're going to fill. Alright, and now we're going to go in with our high brow from Benefit. This is going to highlight her brow and her brow bone. So starting from the beginning of her brow, following her brow bone, and bringing it all the way out to the outer corner. We're just going to take a little flathead brush, and we're just going to clean up her lines. Moving on to eyeshadow. So today we are going to be doing a cut crease on Sarah here, and we are going to be using our Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette, and we're going to be using our Don't Quit Your Daydream by Tarte. So when you're starting a full crease or a full cut crease, we are going to start with highlighting our brow bone and our inner corner. For a cut crease, you always want to start with your lightest colors. Next, we're going to start on her crease. So we're going to be using the color Sandalwood to start blending in her crease. So when we're starting our cut crease, we want to make sure that we are feathering this out at an angle upwards at the ends, because our cut crease is basically going to come around, cut across, and it's going to kind of very gently wisp away. So as you can see, we have it coming up and around and just very gently fading off right there. So now we're going to come in with our second darkest color. We're going to be using the color Henna. It's a bit of an orangish red, which I love. And we're going to go very carefully over Sandalwood and just start marrying the two colors together. Alright, now for the tricky part. This is where a lot of people seem to get really frustrated. So we're going to start cutting her crease. We're going to take the color Cocoa and we're going to take an angled liner brush and we're going to dip that brush in, tap off the excess, and we're going to start to cut her crease very gently, carving it out. As you can see, I'm just following along that color in the crease And I'm using very minimal pressure for this because, like I said, this is a very high impact color palette. So take your time, try not to rush it. And as you can see, it starts to taper off right there. So now we're gonna come back and we're just gonna very gently flicker this up along the edges to give a nice ombre effect. Alright, so that is the basis for our cut crease. So now we're going to take a small detail brush and we're going to start feathering that in and blending all the colors together. So now what we're going to be using is we're going to be using a little bit of a fluffy brush, but as you can see it's a little flatter on the side, it's not completely rounded. This is called an all over shadow brush or a thin fluffy. So we're going to go ahead and dip sandalwood and henna and mix those two colors together, tap off any excess, and we're just going to start to go in over that cut crease again and blending everything together. So now we're going to take our other brush, this is a smudging brush. We're going to dip henna and cocoa together. And now you can see that it is all blended, whatever is left over on our brush. We're just going to push that into her brow and flick it out at the end. Go ahead and open, close. You can see the difference. And now we're going to repeat on the other side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little dab of our concealer. I'm going to take a flat head brush, just like this. I take just a touch of our concealer, and I'm going to have you close. And we're going to go over her lid, and we're going to start very gently carving out our line and cleaning up. So if you get a little bit of color on the lid and you didn't mean to, don't worry about it. Because again, you can always go back later and make your oops and oh well. So using a different clean large shadow brush, this one is one of my favorites, it's from the Perfect Face. We're going to take the color Moon Dust from our palette. It's a really beautiful champagne shimmery tone. So we're going to take this beautiful champagne shimmery tone and we're just going to start packing it on her lid. So making sure that we meet that line under the crease but we don't go past it. And that is a cut crease. Now we're going to go ahead and add a winged liner for a more dramatic effect. Again, my favorite is going to be the L'Oreal Voluminous Liner in Noir. Alright, now we're going to go in and we're going to clean up those lines. So, grabbing your rose gold palette again, we're going to dip into Black Truffle with an angled eyeliner brush. And we are going to go ahead and pack on the black color along the lash line. And I'm basically going to draw on a perfect line. The reason I like to do this is it softens the look. As you can see, it's softened the look. And it's given me a chance to make it perfect and exactly how I want. So now we're going to repeat on the other side. And now you can see it's very dramatic and bold and it's exactly how we wanted it. So because Sarah already has some false lashes on, she has eyelash extensions, we're going to go ahead and throw Kiss 11s on top of those just to make sure they're nice and extra big. Alright, now we're just going to go ahead and place those in the center of her eye. I'm going to pull it over to the side and make sure we place it. So since she is wearing individual lashes and they are eyelash extensions, we're not going to use any mascara, but as you can see, these just add a little bit more depth and fullness to what she already had there. So we are going to put a little bit of mascara on the bottom, but first we're going to go ahead and smoke her out. So now we're going to dip our fluffy brush into sandalwood and we're just going to very gently come along and smooth that out. Kind of give it a little bit of a blurring effect. So that way it's not so harsh. As you can see, this side's a little bit softer than the other. While this is a dramatic look, we don't want it to be too harsh. We want it to be really pretty. So that way when she goes out on a date tonight or in person, she doesn't look scary. So we're going to use our Galactic liner in black. I really like the way this is shaped. It's not just round, it's a nice flat brush. So we're going to go ahead and pull her eye down and we're going to line the bottom with some black liner. And now we're going to go back with our angled liner brush and we're going to dip back into black truffle and cocoa. And we're going to smudge this out along the lash line, just enhancing the smoky effect. And you can take the edge of this brush and just blend, blend, blend. And now she's got a sexy, sultry, very glam cut crease. So now we're going to go ahead and finish her looks with a glam lip. So for Sarah's glam lip today, we're going to be using Gerard Cosmetics Lip Pencil in Nude. This is one of my favorite colors. It's a very beautiful neutral, but it's also going to accentuate her peachy keen sheep color. And then we're also going to be using Kylie Jenner Cosmetics Candy K lip liner to fill in. I like to overline the lips a little and I like to fill them in completely with a liner before I ever put a lipstick on. The reason being is it's going to stay throughout the photo shoot and the rest of the day. She'll have very minimal touch-ups with this look right now. So now we're going to put lipstick on her. We're going to be using the Perfect Face in Shrimp. This is one of my favorite pinky peachy colors. And I'm almost out, so we're going to be using a lip brush for this one. And you can see just get enough color on there. And then we're just going to start going over her lip. And as you can see, this color is super beautiful on her skin tone. We're going to make sure we meet the very edge of our liner. I don't like to see the edges of my lip liner. If you do, that's the J-Lo. We don't want to do the J-Lo right now. Alright, now that her lip is done, we're going to go ahead and toss a little bit of lip gloss. This is Bare Minerals Marvelous Moxie in Mademoiselle. It's a really beautiful sheer pink. And we're just going to go ahead and throw this over the center of her lip. And now Sarah is completely glammed and she is ready for photos. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. I hope you enjoyed our video. Isn't Carly so amazing? I'm so excited for you guys. I hope we can work together more in the future. And again, if you want to follow Carly, her information will be below, as well as my social media links. And if you want to book with her, she's absolutely amazing at what she does.
You're giving so many compliments.
So if you need headshots or you need blogger photos or if you need makeup tutorials like this or anything that you absolutely can think of, Carly here can do it. So make sure you contact her. She's in the Phoenix area, but she is willing to travel.
Yes.
Pretty much anywhere. So thank you guys so much for watching. We hope to see you next time. Bye.